everyone, I'm one of the crocheters at Crochetgasm. Today I'm going to share with you this beautiful textured puff stitch. The full tutorial for this pattern is available on our website crochetgasm.com. The links are available in the description box. I'm using a Karen yarn which is around 4 mm in size, and I'm using a 4.5 mm crochet hook. This stitch will require a chain which is in the multiples of 6. So I'm starting with a chain and I'm going to make around 36 stitches. I made a long chain of 36 stitches. Now I'm going to start the first row. In row 1, I'm going to make a chain of 3. This will be my first double crochet. And now I'm going to make the puff stitch. For making the puff stitch, I'm going to skip 2 stitches. In the third stitch, I'm going to make the puff stitch. For that, yarn over, insert in this stitch, pull the yarn all the way up, which should be equal to the height of this chain of 3. Yarn over again insert in the same stitch and pull through, and pull it all the way up so that the height of this matches the height of this chain 3. This was 2 times. I'm going to do it 3 more times. So yarn over, insert and pull up, yarn over, insert and pull, yarn over, insert and pull. So I made 5 loops in the same stitch. Now I'm going to do another yarn over and pull through all the stitches, including this loop, the first loop. And now I have to secure this puff stitch by doing a chain of 1. I'll do 1 more chain, and I'm going to do the same puff stitch in the same stitch. So I will do yarn over in the same stitch. I'm going to pull the yarn up so that it gives me the same height as this one. So that was 1. I'll do it 4 more times. Yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull through all the loops, including this one, and then I'm going to secure it using a chain. So this is my first set of puff stitches. 2 puff stitches coming from the first chain. Since this is the puff stitches that I'm making on a chain, it is a little wobbly, but as we go along, this is going to look better. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches after this stitch, 1 and 2. In the third stitch, I'm going to do a double crochet. So this whole thing happened in just 6 stitches. Now I'm going to repeat this whole section over the coming 6 stitches. I'm going to do a yarn over, skip 2 stitches. This is where my double crochet is coming, so I'm going to skip this stitch and this stitch. In the third stitch, I'm going to do 2 puff stitches. Always remember to have a yarn over first. Another chain and another puff stitch. and now I'm going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2. In the third stitch I'm going to do a double crochet. I'm going to complete this row. This is how row 1 looked like. I ended it with a double crochet in the last stitch. Now I'm going to start row 2. For that I'm going to do a double crochet, and then I'm going to turn the work. Now in this chain between these 2 puff stitches, I'm going to make a puff stitch. So a yarn over, go into this gap. I'm not going into the stitch, I'm just going into the gap between the puff stitches, and then I'm going to make the puff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through all the loops and secure with a chain 1, another chain, and then another puff stitch in this gap. So yarn over, pull 5 times. Pull through all the stitches. And then secure it. Now there is a double crochet here between these 2 set of puff stitches. Over this double crochet I'm going to do a double crochet. So it's essentially the same row. So I'm repeating row 1 over row 2, except that here I did these 2 puff stitches in a chain, and here I'm doing these 2 puff stitches in the gap. So I'm going to continue this. So I'll make another 2 puff stitches in this gap. Secure, chain 1 and another puff stitch. Pull through, secure it, and now do a double crochet over this double crochet. I'm going to finish this row and then show it to you. So row 2 is complete. After making the last 2 puff stitches, I did a double crochet over this double crochet. So essentially now I'm going to do or repeat row 2 throughout, and it will just be the same stitch. You just have to keep it as long as you want. I'm going to do a few more rows and then I'll show it to you how it looks. This is after 4 rows. After completing 8 rows, this is how beautifully it turned out to be. It's really pretty and nicely textured. If you see, it has almost like a 3D effect. Thank you so much for watching.